As this car passes by? Alright, here we go. I am waiting for the delivery of my new Powerstroke. Not new to me. It's a 2004 F350 XL work truck. Bought it for $2,000. I'm gonna it's got a crank no start. I'm gonna try and flip it. I'm gonna go make a little video on what the fuck I'm doing with it. And it's gonna be in this parking spot where all the oil stains are from the other piece of shit. In about 20 minutes. So I'll restart the video when I take delivery. Alright, so it's like 2 days later since I made that video of me waiting for the truck. I've actually been very busy with work and trying to catch up on sleep, and also trying to receive the truck and get everything situated. But as the truck sits, it's a crank no start. Getting it off the tow truck, I blew a brake line. So I gotta do the brake line, crank no start. And if you look over here, I got a bag of goodies. It needs a door handle, because this one, the little dog ear part, is broken off. I got some undercoat and whatnot. I got a wire brush and some wire wheels to undercoat the frame. But as the truck sits right now, it's a low ICP crank no start. It also needs batteries. The batteries are a little fucking dead, but I took the ones out of my good old flagship silver truck, and it cranks over but only builds 50 psi. So I got low end oil pressure, because when you take the fuel filter cap, when you take the oil filter cap off and you crank it, if it comes up, you're good. So I got that. What I also have is fuel. When I take the filter out and turn the key, it fills up. So right now I'm going to try and change out the IPR. As soon as it stops raining, I'm going to take a look at it. But what I'm going to work on is the door handle first. But my plan is to change the IPR. If that doesn't work, then I am going to take it all apart, air test the HPOP, which is the high pressure oil pump. But this is an 04.5, so it's got the 05 motor. So it shouldn't be that. It's got 116,000 miles. The pump on the newer motors is less likely to fail. But anything can happen. So I'm going to run through this. I'm going to check for leaks and whatnot. But right now, let me just focus on this door handle. So, got the door handle off. Now I just gotta fuck with the linkage inside. Try and get all the little plastic pieces off, and then just reverse. Just the 2 bolts. It turned out there was a little thing up here I had to pull out. So now I just gotta figure out how to get the linkage apart and then reverse exactly what I did. I just slipped out the new rod that came with the new door handle. Reused the old one, so I didn't have to guess the measurements or anything. I took the little clip out holding the lock in, just so I could just slip the handle off. Now I just got to put the lock back in and slide everything back in, just like so. And that's that. test. Make sure it locks and unlocks. There we go. Looks like no more crawling through the passenger. So I was messing around with it. You know, I thought the high pressure oil pump was bad. This thing was only building 50 PSI. I sprayed a little WD-40 in the intake, cranked it for like 10 seconds, and she started right up. Now, whenever I go to crank it, this thing starts right up. Well, maybe a little persuasion cranking. Wait, it just starts. Compared to just cranking endlessly, a little WD-40 went a long way, I guess. There it is. All right, so right now, what I'm gonna do is I am going to wire wheel my frame. I'm gonna spray it with some rust neutralizer. And after that dries, I'm gonna spray it with some good old Harbor Freight rubber coating. I got 3 cans of that crap, $5 a piece. The professional one was $1 more, but I ain't no professional, so I don't need it. But that's what I'm gonna be wire wheeling, and hopefully in the same day I can get to the decals and heat gun the decals and rub them off. But last night I did the fuel filters, and that was a nightmare. That frame rail fuel filter, I don't think that's ever been changed, and I couldn't even get the plastic cap off. I'm sitting underneath there trying to, like, I had to make sure I'm going the right way. Like, am I tightening this thing? What the fuck? So I had to loosen it, and all this rusty water and crap came out. So I changed the fuel filter, but when I put it back, the O-ring got pinched and it ripped. So it was sucking in air. So I'm going down the road, and the truck just has no power. And then I pull over and shut it off. It won't start. So I get towed home, and then lo and behold, I'm looking into it. Top fuel filter's not getting any fuel. So we go to the bottom. I look into it. Bam, found it. The O-ring was bad. Now it runs and drives fine. Listen to this. Listen to this shit. Listen to this. And it starts up like every time now. I didn't even do anything to this. That sounds beautiful. Anyway, let's wait for the landscapers to finish, and I will start wire wheeling. I'm laying on the cold hard ground now, but at least you get a good view of what I'll be wire wheeling. Don't forget safety glasses. I couldn't find mine, so I got my shades on. If you don't have shades, just engage safety squints. Got done going over the frame with a little bit of undercoat. It's not perfect, but we tried to make 3 cans stretch, so I'm gonna pick up another one just to go over the little pieces I missed. But I think it's 10 times better than what it used to look like. It used to be like the color of this. I think it's more appealing. As long as there's no rot, I should be alright. Decals on your truck. Easiest way to get them off. If it's not using a heat gun and picking them off, a god dang eraser wheel. That is a lifesaver. Once you start wheeling that on, that just rolls right off. Use it for anything. Use it for little decals. Use it for anything you don't want. Let's just heat this up a little bit. Hit it with that thing. Watch how this rolls right on. Just a little bit more.
Just like that.